Good day, everyone. Welcome to Maths World. We are treating bearing and distance, and we are treating different types of bearing and distance, which is reverse bearing. I am John Jesus by name, the mini Einstein. And if you have not watched my videos on bearing and distance, go and watch it. The introductory part, the compass bearing and 3-digit bearing. Here we are for reverse bearing. So if you now hear from the word reverse, what does it mean? It means you are reversing something back, you are taking something back. Now, if we have an object A here, an object B here, remember there is something that connects these two things together, which is what? The bearing of this guy. This line will connect these two together, and we have north, south and west on top of this place that the person is, and this guy also has the same north, south, east and west that this guy has. So we are not talking about the bearing of this guy from this guy. It means you are starting from here to this place, while the bearing of this guy from this guy is starting from here to this place. Now note something, the word from, people misuse it. Now let me give you an example. We can see that this is the type of reverse bearing. The bearing of A from B is 036 degree. Find the bearing of B from A. You can see that this is in 3-digit bearing. You can go and learn how to convert from 3-digit bearing to cardinal points. I've explained that in my last video. Now let's now find the bearing, and what I'm talking about from is that from means you are on this guy. For instance, if you are looking for the bearing of A from B, you are drawing the cardinal points for this B. So you are now checking the bearing of A from this B. Remember the meaning of from something. And whenever you want to start drawing anything like this, make sure you don't draw it at the edge of your notes. Start at the middle, because you don't know where it can go. It can actually go like this, go like this, go like this, or go like this. If I have drawn it like this and it's going like this, you remember, I will make a mistake and I will have to wrong it. Do you understand? So you can start at the middle. So I'm drawing mine at the middle, although it may be too short. Okay, let me just use the next line. So I'm starting mine at the middle, since I've said I must not draw it at any edge. So I did not start here. Likewise, I did not start here. I must not start from any edge. Now they say that the bearing of A from B. So this guy will be B. Since they said we are checking the one of A from B is what? 036. 036. So 036, in my last video I discussed that the 036 will fall under this part, which goes like this. And okay, let me teach you how to draw this. Whenever you draw something like this, you can see that it looks like something that I have told you before. So here is 36 degree. So if you now want to draw this, where these points end, like any place, you can make it short, you can make it long. Just make it longer so that you can be able to analyze your answer. And this is the point here. This point will be the point at the middle of this guy. So you are drawing your Cartesian plane on top of this, your x and y axis. You are drawing it on top of it like this. You can see I can name this place north, south, east, west, and here also north, south, east, west. Now this is where you now need a basic knowledge of angles. And which type of angles? We call them parallel lines. You know, we have parallel lines, they go like this. They can actually go like this. And what are parallel lines? Parallel lines are actually lines that can never meet. They are going in the same direction and they will never meet. But there is a line that we must cut this before we can get an angle from it, which we call transversal line. So this transversal line is the one that cuts them so that we can get angle from it. Do you understand now? Now, there is now one special thing that you need to know about this guy. It is what we call alternate angle, which means this place A is alternate to this place B. Is alternate to each other. You can see the logic is actually this Z. So here is equals to here. That is what it means. And this place must be equals to this place also. Do you understand? That's how it actually works. So I will now apply this knowledge in this. But what am I going to use is north pole. You can see the north pole is facing up. They are parallel to each other because north pole are always going up. So it doesn't mean maybe it is, do you understand? It's going up. So that's what I'm not going to do. I'm going to invert this now. So I'm going to have this and a slant line going like this, which means this A must be equals to this B, or this place is equals to this place, either of the two. So is it the same thing for this? This is going like this is going like this. If I should extend this like this, it's going in the same way. So we can now say that this guy is equals to this guy here, 36 degree. They are what? They are alternate to each other. So that's the knowledge you need here. 36 is equals to 36 here. So just know that the one on top here will be equals to the opposite side of this guy. So if you now want to look for, and the question says find the bearing of B from A. Where is our B? This B. Where is our A? This is our A. So we are taking from A now. From A, the bearing of B. But how can we do that? We are starting from North Pole, right? And from North Pole that we are starting from, we will now start from this north, going like this. Remember, from here to here is 90, from here to here is 90, making 180, and here is 36. So you will now add this and this together. That's why you need the basic knowledge of both compass bearing. You need basic knowledge on this bearing also. And if you don't understand them better, go back to my video and watch them. You will understand them better. So 180 plus 36 will now be the bearing of B from A. So 180 plus 36 is now 216 degree. So therefore the bearing of B from A is what? 216 degree. And if they say that I should write it in compass bearing, although I've told you how to do that, it will be what? South 36 degree, because it is at south going to west in what degree? 36 degree, or south 36 degree west. That is how we solve question on this reverse bearing. Let me give you one more example. Okay, this is another question. The bearing of a goat from a cat is 290 degree. Find the bearing of the cat from the goat. That's what we call reverse. You know, we are reversing them back. Now, the first thing you are doing is to ask yourself, which are you drawing for? Who is the owner of this 290? No, you are drawing for this cat. Which goat owns? For instance, we will draw like this. Oh, sorry, don't forget the thing I told you. Aha. Now you are drawing for the cat. So here can be the cat. Let me just write it here. Cat. In what bearing? 290. So 290. Remember, from here to here is 90. From here to here is 180. From here to here is 270. And here will be the place where about 290 will fall. Do you get now? So the going like this is 290, but from here to here is 270. What will now be in this place? This part is the one you are looking for, which is going to be 20 degree, because from this part to this part is 290, and if you should subtract this 270 from it, it will remain 20, which is this remaining part. Do you get now? So from here to here is 270, this place is 20, so that makes it 290 for this goat. We now draw another one like this for goat. So if this place is 20, here also will be 20. Remember that. That's why I said if you want to draw any plane, it must be at the center. Like, it must be at the center. I didn't mean that I've drawn it here. No, to go like this will be very hard. So it is here now. I can go up, I can even go there, I can go here, I can go here, I can go anywhere. So here now, our 20 here will be our 20 here. Remember, alternate angles are equal. Now if you now want to look for this, the goat now, If we are now looking for the bearing of this cat from this goat back, how can we check that? From here to here is 90. 90 plus 20 is what? Is 110. So we can now say that the bearing of the goat from the cat is 110 degrees. Sorry, it is 110. 90 plus 20 is 110. So it is 110 degree. That's the bearing of the cat from the goat. But if you want to go further in finding the compass bearing of this guy, you can do it. It's actually here. This will be your south, this is your east, and it falls under southeast. So you are going from south to east, which is this 70 degree. So it will be what? Or south 70 degree east. Let me just give you one more last example. So after that, I will give you top 3 questions that you will solve and drop your answer in the comment section below. This is the third question. The bearing of Basit from Daniel is 040 degree. Find the bearing of Daniel from Basit. Now, what are you going to do? The first thing you're asking yourself is that who is the owner of this bearing? You are drawing for Daniel now because it said from Daniel. So the first one you are drawing is for Daniel. Please note that if you don't get that part, it's actually going to look confusing. So the bearing of Basit from Daniel is 040 degree. So I'm drawing, remember you must start from the middle. So I'm drawing for Daniel. Let me just write down. So is 040. Where is our 040? Remember, 040 falls at this place, this quadrant. Now 040 it means from north to this point is 40 degree. And we are not subtracting anything because it's not even up to 90 degrees, let alone of subtracting anything from it. So it's ordinary 40 degree. So we draw the second one for Basit. So Basit is the owner of this guy now. Okay, the next I find the bearing of Daniel from Basit. What will now be the bearing of Daniel from Basit? If this place is 40, the inner part here also will be 40. Remember, that is 40 alternate angles because these are not poles. They go in line with each other. They are parallel to each other. So from north here, we are now going like this to this line. Remember where this line cuts, like this line is the one that will stop us from reading. So from here to here is 90, to here is 180. 180 plus 40 is 220. So you can now deduce that the bearing of Daniel is 220 degree. We can actually see that the bearing is 220 degrees. From here to here 90, from here to here 180. 180 plus 40 is 220 degree. Or you represent it in compass bearing. And remember what compass bearing says, from south to east, because it falls on that southeast. So it will be what? South 40 degree. South going to east in what degree? 40 degree. So it will be what? South 40 degree west. Sorry, it's west actually, because this is west. That's why you need to be writing this actually, so that you not get it confused. Do you understand? So it is what? South 40 degree west. You can see how it goes now. This is how you solve questions on bearing and this and reverse bearing actually. So if you don't get it very well, you can still like reverse the video and solve, check again. By the time you watch it again, you will see, I'm very sure you'll be able to solve the question I want to give. Now it is time for the 3 questions. Okay, here is our top 5 questions. So these are the things you are solving, but I want you to take note of this one very well. Not 30 degree west. You can go and check my video on how I converted compass bearing into Cartesian plane and change it back to 3-digit bearing. So you can just convert this to that Cartesian plane like this, and after that you now get your answer. You can give me your answer in both 3DG bearing and compass bearing. So this is the end of today's video. I want you to like, subscribe and share. Even post your answer in the comment section below, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I drop any question. Thank you.